Welcome to Bible Study with Faith, where I'm reading the Bible out loud to you in a way that's easier to understand. This is the book of Exodus, and we are on chapter 19. The Lord said to Moses, the Speak to the entire assembly of Israel and say to them, Be holy, because I, the Lord your God, am holy. Each of you must respect your mother and father, and you must obey my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Do not turn to idols and make metal gods for yourselves. I am the Lord your God. When you sacrifice a fellowship offering to the Lord, sacrifice in such a way that it will be accepted on your behalf. It shall be eaten on the day you sacrifice it, or on the next day. Anything left over until the third day must be burned up. If any of it is eaten on the third day, it is impure and will not be accepted. Whoever eats it will be held responsible because they have desecrated what is holy to the Lord. They must be cut off from their people. When you reap the harvest of your land, do not reap to the very edges of your field or gather the gleanings of your harvest. Do not go over your vineyards a second time to pick up the grapes that have fallen. Leave them for the poor and the foreigner. I am the Lord your God. Do not steal, do not lie, do not deceive one another. Do not swear falsely by my name or so profane the name of your Lord, the name of your God. I am the Lord. Do not defraud or rob your neighbor. Do not hold back on the wages of a hired worker overnight. Do not curse the deaf, or put a stumbling block in front of the blind, but fear your God. I am the Lord. Do not pervert justice. Do not show partiality to the poor or favoritism to the great, but judge your neighbor fairly. Do not go about spreading slander among your people. Do not do anything that endangers your neighbor's life. I am the Lord. Do not hate a fellow Israelite in your heart. Rebuke your neighbor frankly, so you will not share in your guilt. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as you love yourself. I am the Lord. Keep my decrees. Do not mate different kinds of animals. Boom. Do not plant your fields with two kinds of seed. Do not wear clothes. Finally back from St. Petersburg in Clearwater, and you would not believe it. So what I'm going to do is leave a sample of it, but I delivered a word straight from the Holy Ghost through my mouth to you about Leviticus 19, and it is the only excerpt of the entire recording that has no audio. These kinds of things happen all the time, guys. This job, this work is not easy. It's so much more difficult. Things come up missing. The camera is just, the footage is eaten. The audio comes up missing. Sometimes an entire day's worth of work will just, it's gone, and I have to redo it. But we're not going to stop. We're not going to give up. And I'm going to do my best to convey to you what I learned. So it says, do not mate different kinds of animals. That means cows and pigs and many other forms of animals that have been mated together by humans using God's creations to manipulate how the animal grows so that it is more sedentary, less hairy. The meat's not as tough. It's easier to catch so that it's easier to use as livestock. These foods are unhealthy. Do not plant your field with two kinds of seeds. This is GMO. We've been doing it for so long, way before GMO was a thing. This is called hybrid plants when you take two forms of seeds. Now, it's okay to cut the plant and stick two plants together and let them grow from one another. That's a different type of planting that's been going on for eons, generations and generations. A lot of people don't know about it, but what we do know about is the GMO. Genetically modified is also just another form of taking two different types of seeds, sometimes 3, 4, 25, and mixing the genetics together to get what it is that we need. But it's not good for us. Do not wear clothing woven of two kinds of material. Guys, all these poly blends that we wear, it's okay if this is all we have. If all we have is cow and pig, we can eat that. But I'm telling you, I've witnessed the miracle of God replacing your food with the stuff that He wants you to eat when you finally put your foot down and say, I'm not eating this anymore. I've been in positions where all I was provided was, good old pork, bacon, pork chops. And I had decided that I wasn't eating that anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to eat then. And you know what? Bam! Food that I was supposed to eat came in abundance. And I was able to eat that food. So the Lord shall provide. Sometimes He wants to see you put your foot down and say, you know what? I'd rather not eat then. I'm not eating that. Going forward, clothing, we got to wear what we got. We can't run around naked. But when you do have the funds and the means to make better decisions for you, yourself, and your family, and provide them with the things that we're supposed to use that are better for our mind, body, and soul, and for the goodness of God, because this is what He created for us. It is not what man took and made out of His creation that we are supposed to consume and wear. It is what God made for us, such as linen. Okay? Cotton is very close to linen, so 100% cotton is great as well. You don't want to wear spandex, for instance. You can do your research. I did mine. And you can do your research on your food too. And a lot of these foods that you guys think have been around since God created man, and were there in the Garden of Eden, I can assure you they were not there. They are man-made. Do your research. The things that God made tend to be a lot less expensive when it comes to food and a lot expensive when it comes to clothes. Moving on. If a man sleeps with a female slave who is promised to another man but who has not been ransomed or given her freedom, there must be due punishment. Yet they are not to be put to death because she had not been freed. The man, however, must bring a ram to the entrance to the tent of meeting for a guilt offering to the Lord. With the ram of the guilt offering, the priest is to make atonement for him before the Lord for the sin he has committed, and the sin he will be forgiven. When you enter the land and plant any kind of fruit tree, regard its fruit as forbidden. For 3 years you are to consider it forbidden. It must not be eaten. In the 4th year, all of its fruit will be holy, an offering of praise to the Lord. But in the 5th year, you may eat its fruit. In this way, your harvest will be increased. I am the Lord your God. That is amazing. I never remembered reading that before. I will remember that now. When you plant a tree that bears fruit, do not eat its fruit. It is forbidden. And the 4th year it is not forbidden, but you should hold out, because if you do, that is a sacrifice to the Lord. And the 5th year it will be increased. Wow. Do not eat any meat with the blood still in it. Do not practice divination or seek omens. Do not cut the hair at the sides of your head or clip the edges of your beard. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. Oops. I am the Lord. Do not degrade your daughter by making her a prostitute or the land will turn to prostitution and be filled with wickedness. Do not degrade your daughter by making her a... Ow. Observe my Sabbaths and have reverence for my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Do not turn to mediums or seek out spiritists, for you will be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Stand up in the presence of the aged, show respect for the elderly, and revere your God. I am the Lord. When a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Do not use dishonest standards when measuring length, weight, or quantity. Use honest scales and honest weights, an honest ephah, and an honest hin. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt. Keep all my decrees and all my laws and follow them. I am the Lord. That is the end of chapter 19. I look forward to reading chapter 20 with you. If you would like to catch up, just grab a book, a Bible, any Bible will do, and read chapters 1 through 19 in the book of Leviticus. Or you can look me up at Jesus is a DJ, all one word, on my YouTube channel, and I can do the reading for you.